When did you make your first $1 million?
I'm gonna tell you this. When did I make my first $1 million? Let me say this. I really thought that within a year of starting my company that I was gonna be, making $1 million immediately. Well, it ain't happened like that. Let me tell
How did you go from cooking for your friends and family small events to owning the largest African-American woman-owned catering company in Dallas?
Hey, going from just having this cooking thing be a side hustle to now owning the largest African American woman owned catering company in Dallas Fort Worth. How did I do that? Well, it's been 15 years from day one to where we are today. And it ain't been easy. It's still not easy to this day. I would say how I got to where I am now has been with a lot of prayer and faith. And, sometimes when we talk about faith, people think that faith is this thing that you never waver in. Child, let me tell you, there were a lot of times where my faith was tested, big tested, where I just wanted to give up. However, when you have certain people in your corner, like my husband, Nick, hey Nick, have my husband in my corner, my mother was in my corner as a big cheerleader, family, friends, my daughter, the times where my faith was tested and I was like, you know what? I'm about to give up. I would look at her little face and think, if I did give up, what was gonna be my reason to explain to her? Because trust me, she was coming with the questions because she's only known me to be an entrepreneur. Just having a support system has really been one of the main things that has helped me persevere. And one of the other things is that I've never been afraid to ask for help. I've never been afraid to ask questions. Now, that don't mean every time you ask for help or you ask questions that you're going to get answers and that you're going to get the help that you're seeking. However, that doesn't mean that you stop, because no one at any significant level in their career or in their journey can do it alone. You're gonna need support, you're gonna need those cheerleaders, you're gonna need faith, you're gonna need prayer, and you're gonna have to have a thick skin when you get those no's, when you ask for help, when you go to seek money and financing, and when it seems like it's dry out there in those streets. Are you gonna be able to dust yourself off and pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep it going and keep your vision in front of you? So, all of those things have helped me sustain the last 15 years.
When did you make your first $1 million?
I'm gonna tell you this. When did I make my first $1 million? Let me say this. I really thought that within a year of starting my company that I was gonna be, making $1 million immediately. Well, it ain't happened like that, let me tell you. And I think social media makes it appear that you become an entrepreneur and immediately you get flued out. No, it was struggle city for several years. So I said I started in 2007. It wasn't until 2018. That was, how many years is that? 11 years. So it took 11 years before I made my first $1 million. A long time.
I heard you mention legacy. What would you want your legacy to be?
My legacy, and I've thought about this a lot. One of the reasons that I decided to become an entrepreneur is because when I'm not here, I want to leave something behind that would have made the people after me better. That definitely includes my daughter, Cadence Simone, who's almost 13. But it also includes my family, extended family, immediate family, and people who look like me. Black girls, brown girls, black boys, brown boys, people that sometimes don't get to see themselves when they look at TV, when they're on social media, when they open magazines. I don't know if people still read magazines, but you get where I'm going. I have wanted my legacy to be one of inspiration. So not just in the culinary field, but just in life. I want to be a helping hand and a source of inspiration for people to see. If she started with very little and made a lot, I can start with very little and make a lot, and always reach back to help other people.
What's the hardest part about being an entrepreneur?
All of it. You're constantly having to stay ahead of what's next. You're constantly having to manage the financial aspects, constantly wanting to make sure that your brand is elevated, and that when people see or hear of your company, that they think good thoughts, that they want to spend money with you. That's really difficult. And that's the part of being an entrepreneur, the late nights, the worry, the financial piece that people don't see. They see the glitz and the glam and all the things they see on social media. Well, there's a lot that goes into it. All of it is difficult. However, the reward on the other end is extremely satisfying. So,
what's the most challenging part of running a company?
Sounds like a similar question to what's the most difficult part about being an entrepreneur, but it's different. And let me tell you why. Because you can be an entrepreneur and be considered what many will call a solopreneur. And what that is an entrepreneur that basically their brand is themselves. They don't have a big team. They're able to move forward and achieve their goals and visions with basically themselves. Maybe they got an assistant, blah, 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 but it's themselves. In my case, as a owner of a catering company, I have a team of people that I have to manage on a daily basis. If you are in the industry where you need people, like I need people, it's a heavy load. So the hardest thing for me is I care so much about the people that work with my catering company, and balancing how much I care about those people, and satisfying the goals of the company, of the operation. So it's like being a parent, really, and your business is like running a household. So if you are a parent, then you know how difficult it is to make decisions and make sure you're doing the right things and investing in your child's future. So it's the same thing, except I have a whole lot of kids. And when we do a great job, which we do mostly, I'm extremely proud. And when we have struggles, it affects me deeply. So the emotional toll of running a company with people is difficult.
How do you balance it all?
That's a work in progress. How do I balance it all? It's definitely a work in progress. I wish that you could be balanced every single day, but I think that it changes. There's some days where I feel really balanced, like everything is just like, it's hitting, all the parts of my life are working well. And then there are days where I feel like almost nothing is going right. And I think the thing in order to balance it is to think about one day at a time. Sometimes it's 1 minute at a time, and taking breaths taking those, sometimes you need a day, taking a day to get yourself back to center. I practice meditation, not as often as I should, but when I feel off balance or I feel left of center, then I think about my meditation, praying, taking walks, and just really taking it one day at a time and giving yourself grace to know that you just ain't gonna have it all every day. You won't. But guess what? Go to sleep and wake up. Tomorrow's a new day.
So what's next for you?
So many things that I'm extremely excited about. So we've established that I've been doing this for 15 years, and I have nurtured and loved on and grown the careers of a lot of people over these 15 years. You know, I said when I started this company, I had a vision that I wanted to have cookbooks. I wanted a cooking show. I wanted retail food products. And these last 15 years have gone by so fast because the company's grown so well, which I'm happy about, not complaining. However, in 2020, when the world slowed down, I realized that I had lost sight of my original vision. If you're watching this, I hope that you are subscribed to my channel. You know that I have my cooking show, At Home with Chef Jolie. We're about to start filming season 3. If you haven't watched any of those episodes, go back and watch all of them, binge them. I want to continue to grow At Home with Chef Jolie. And who knows, maybe we're gonna take it to the Food Network, Netflix. I don't know, but it's gonna grow. Okay. My seasoning, Adabaduya, I'm working to expand that line and get it into retail stores. I've really been working on a cookbook for the last 15 years. So I want to take all those recipes and really get them in one place and release my first of many cookbooks. I don't want to leave the culinary industry. I love food. I love entertaining. I'm just ready to take it to the next level of this culinary journey.
What can your subscribers expect from watching your vlogs?
It's going to be behind the scenes of At Home with Chef Jolie for sure. You'll get to see how that all comes together. I'm gonna take y'all grocery shopping with me when I am picking ingredients and family stuff. Now, this husband I got, he probably won't want to be in the vlogs. I don't know, but I do want to just give a little bit more of a peek, you know, behind the curtains of how I am managing and balancing it all. So it's just gonna be a little bit more in depth of getting to know me and all of the things that make me and the company who I am. Yeah, that's what's gonna be on the vlog. So I appreciate y'all so much for watching part 1 and part 2 of my very first vlog. Child, we are just touching the tip of the iceberg. So continue on this journey with me by subscribing to my channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know when I upload a new video. And remember to comment, like, and share. All right, I'll see y'all next time.